What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? You guys cannot see me. Let me go ahead and try to fix that right now. There we go. Let's get this show on the road, guys. We got Moogie here at the 1-1. We got Corberjan at the 1-2. We got Jonason here at the 1-3, guys. It is $100 draft. Gibbs at the 1-1. Bijan at the 1-2. It is going to be a 2-flex league. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end. Perrick at the 1-4, Brady at the 1-5, Boss at the 1-6, JME at the 1-7, Tajil at the 1-8. We're drafting here at the 1-9, next to Bearju at the 1-10, JJ at the 1-11, and Miley there at the 1-12, gentlemen. Let's have a phenomenal draft, guys. I cannot wait to see how everything is going to unfold here. All right, and then look at that. Jace, Nakua, and then McCaffrey goes off the board to Brady Viper. Jason does go to Boss, and JME has a couple options here, guys. The 1-9 is actually one of my favorite spots to draft at. Believe it or not, people hate on the 1-9, guys, but I think, in my opinion, it's one of the best places to draft. There's just there's nothing bad at the 1-9, in my opinion, because you can get somebody like James Cook here. Oh, wow. James Cook ADP has fell. It's Lamb, Jefferson, Devon Achane, and then Drake. James Cook ADP has fell. I'm going to go take James Cook here. That's what I was expecting for me to fall there, and I don't mind that. JT goes to Gillette the 1-8, and Amana goes to JME. Let's just say at the 1-9, I got JT, or I got Amon, or I got Jason. I would not be sad. I have JSN, Amon-Ra, JT, and James Cook all in one tier, personally. And then after that, the tier does fall. So I have Gibbs and Bijan in their own tier, Chase, Nakua, and McCaffrey in their own tier, then Jason, Amon-Ra, JT, and Cook on their own tier, because we see all these players going next to each other all the time, so I really don't mind that. Achane goes at the 1-11, Jefferson at the 1-10, Duke Bearju, Miley takes Genti and Saquon, Chase Brown, and then Lamb does fall to Bearju. I am going to go ahead and take a Marion Hampton here, guys, at the 2-4. I'm actually a big fan of Hampton this year. I love my start with Cook and Hampton. I really do like Bearju's start as well with Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. That's a good 1-2 punch. Achane and Chase Brown. I know JJ is huge on Achane this year. I'm personally not the biggest fan of Achane, but Chase Brown is a phenomenal pick there. Genti and Saquon is going to be amazing for you too, Molly. I really like that for you. All right, guys. With that being said, can't see you, can't hear you. Oh, my bad. Can't see your board. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, shout out to Optimal for letting us know that, guys. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes I get too engulfed in sometimes I get a little too engulfed in the draft, and sometimes I forget there's some things that I need to fix on the stream. But yeah, here's how the stream is, guys. Shout out to everybody for being here. AJ Brown goes at the 2-5 to Tajil. JME picks up Kenneth Walker, and Boss goes with Drake London there. And Pickens at the 2-8, guys. Only 5 spots after 1, 2, 3, 4 spots after CeeDee Lamb, guys. Wow. I did not think, guys, what is George Pickens projected this year? Does anybody know? I don't think I have him. Let me go to my projections real quick, guys. Let me go to my projections while you guys look. I'm gonna look at the projections real quick. Let's see. All right, guys. Wow, McBride at the 2-10. Henry falls to the 2-11 there. Pickens, I don't see him projected in mine. Oh no, Pickens is projected 975 receiving yards. So Pickens is projected 975 receiving yards with 7.5 touchdowns. So let's see if it went up. Wow, it did go up. It went up to 1,000 receiving yards, guys. It went up to. We might have to update this. We might have to update this and give you guys new projections, because I did not expect Pickens to go. Did Lamb go down? So if Pickens went up, that means Lamb has to go down. Lamb in here was. I don't even see Lamb. Lamb was 1175. Wow, there's nothing for Lamb right now. There's nothing for Lamb right now. All right, guys, let's take a look at the draft board real quick. Rice goes off the board. McBride, Henry falls to Corbijan, and Jeremiah Love's there at the 3-2 as well. Moogie goes with Gibbs, Brock Bowers, and Javonte Williams there at the 3-1. Brees Hall at the 3-3, Jacobs, and then Kyron Williams goes there at the 3-5 as well, guys. There's a lot of value on the board still. Nico's available. Chris Olave goes off the board. Malik is available. Josh Allen, if anybody wants to get that stud quarterback one. And then, go with how you guys want. Is anybody going to take Loveland or Tyler Warren anytime soon? We'll see. If you guys are drafting with us, man, welcome. Let me know what your sleeper name is, and I'll try to look at your team a little bit more thoroughly. So if you're drafting with us, let me know what your sleeper name is on the YouTube chat. All right, Ted McMillan does go there off the board. Tajil has a couple options here, and I like a couple options that I see as well. Nico, I was hoping Nico would make it back to me. I'll be completely honest there, guys. But unfortunately, he doesn't. So with that being said, I do feel like that is the last tier of the running back. I mean, of the wide receivers. Nico was who I was wanting to get to me, but I do have to go with Travis Etienne at that point there at the 3-9. I don't mind it crazily. I think that offense will be decently nice, guys. This is a $100 draft here. All right, and then Malik Neighbors does go there at the 3-10. Bear, what I will say is, if all three of them play, right? If all three of them play, that could be an amazing, amazing three-headed monster there. If Neighbors was fully healthy, I believe Neighbors would be a first-round pick. Call me crazy. I believe Neighbors would be a first-round pick if Neighbors was fully healthy. And then Garrett Wilson does go there at the 3-11. Well, Devontae Smith. I have Scat over Etienne. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You could kind of take anybody you like there, to be honest. I like Etienne just a little bit more than Scat. But you can definitely take Scatterbo as well. Okay. So guys, when I don't talk, I'm trying to think about what I'm gonna do here. Oh, oof. I was hoping Zay Flowers would make it back to me, guys. I was hoping Flowers, McConkey, or Devontae Smith would make it back to me, and all of them go off the board. Egbuka seems very nice here, guys, but I just cannot trust Egbuka. I cannot trust Egbuka with Chris Godwin being in there as well. Unfortunately, I do have to go with another running back here with Cam Scatterbo. I do like Scatterbo as well this year, but I was hoping I would get a wide receiver one here with Devontae Smith, Ladd McConkey, or Zay Flowers. Bear and me are doing completely opposite drafts. Bear's going full wide receivers. I'm going full running backs. I was hoping Bear would take a running back there so Zay would fall to me. I just cannot trust Egbuka this year, guys. I don't have a lot of Egbuka, but I tried to take some of him, but I'm going to take Scatterbo there. I do feel like that's the last tier of the running backs as well. Ladd goes at the 4-2, JJ with Garrett Wilson. Josh Allen goes at the 4-1 with Devontae Smith there at the 3-12. I do think Devontae Smith is a phenomenal pick as well. All right, let's see. Let us see. All right, guys. All right. Egbuka will eat this year, man. He'll be the round 2 pick next year. The problem is I don't think Egbuka's not going to eat. I like Egbuka. I just don't know if I like him enough to take him as my wide receiver one. if I had, so the way I'm thinking about this, right, guys, if I had a wide receiver, right, if I had, let's just say I got A.J. Brown here, a CeeDee Lamb, if I had a stud wide receiver one, I don't mind taking an upside wide receiver like Buka. I don't, but unfortunately, I don't have that amazing wide receiver one. So then I have to have Egbuka as my wide receiver one on this team, and I don't like the sound of that personally. All right, Judkins off the board, Monty, Bucky, Egbuka, Swift, Lamar goes to Jonathan there, T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle, Tuden, and then Terry McLaurin does go there at the 5-2. All right, just waiting for me too. What is he doing? What is he wanting to smash here? I think. Oh, Loveland fan. Okay, I don't mind Loveland. I think Loveland at the 5-4 is pretty fair. We've seen him go around that value, so I don't mind it. Tuden does go there at the 5-1 with Jalen Waddle at the 4-12. I've been seeing Moogie. I've been seeing Moogie draft Jalen Waddle consistently now. So let me know, Moogie, if you're a fan of him this year as well. Guys, we got over 15 people in here, man. Shout out to y'all for being with us, for drafting with us. Let me see who we're going to go with. I got a guy there. I got a guy there that I like. I got a guy that I can trust, guys. This is why, for my wide receiver one, this is why I was hoping I would take somebody that I can trust, like Mike Evans. You just said that you know he will eat, but you aren't comfortable drafting him. I think it's because you'll have ETN at your flex. I'm saying he will eat, but I don't know if he'll eat every game. I need for my wide receiver one to be someone that eats every game. Mike Jacket. Mike, what up, my brother? Hope you've been good. Hope you've been good, brother. All right. And then Jadair Price goes there at the 5-10. I love that pick for you, Bearju. Me and Bear are doing completely opposite drafts. Tajil goes with Luther Burden there. I love that pick for you because Luther Burden has a lot of upside. You won with a safe pick with AJ Brown. You won with a safe pick with Nico Collins. You don't need another safe pick with with like Mike Evans, for example. So I really do like that for you. Whenever you go with safe picks, guys, don't be scared to get some upside players. JME. Oh, what up, my brother? Jamie, I think we got Hubbard a little bit too early there. Hubbard's kind of losing his job right now to Jonathan Brooks. I don't know how much I love that. Now, guys, now I can go ahead and take some upside. Take some upside here, guys. I can go ahead and take a Carnell Tate. I can take a Christian Watson here. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But the problem is, are we taking Carnell Tate or are we taking Christian Watson? I do think I'm going to go with Carnell Tate, guys, just for the upside. Just for the upside. Now, I have Mike Evans, and now I have Carnell Tate. Mike Evans is a very safe floor, and Carnell Tate could have that upside. So I really don't mind how this draft is turning out. Harvey does go at the 6-3-2 Bearju. I don't love that. JJ takes Tony Pollard. I think that's a solid pick there. Moore goes to Ryan with JMO. Christian Watson at the 6-5 is phenomenal there as well for you, Tajil. And JME, you kind of need a wide receiver here. You have two safe wide receivers. Don't be scared to take a Brian Thomas here. Marv has some upside as well, or to Jordan Tyson. When you have two safe wide receivers, guys, take the player with the most upside. And I feel like the most upside there was Brian Thomas there. Mike says, I don't like Brooks. Optimal doesn't like Brooks either. Next league is a $50 league. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is a $50 league, guys. I think I put it in chat. Hoff, make sure you're, just for the future, if you guys ever want to know my league times, guys, I always put it in chat. If you guys go to the redraft channel, it is always going to be in the draft chat. So just for everybody watching, I like to, prepare people for it. So, all right, let's go and see how the draft is unfolding so far. Let's go ahead and see how the draft is unfolding so far. We are going to live stream it as well, Hoff. So you're more than welcome to co-host if you'd like, to join, everything like that. All right, Brian Thomas goes at the 6-9. Jalen Warren at the 6-8. May at the 6-7. Burrow at the 6-10. Going to Jonathan. Core takes Parker Washington. And Moogie takes Jordan Tyson with Quentin Johnston. Wow. Oh, I didn't check Discord. All good, Hoff. All good, my brother. All good. Just for the people that aren't in the Discord. Guys, we got over 15 people in here, man. Shout out to you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all. If you guys are not already in the Discord, make sure you guys join it, man. You guys, it's the best free tool that you guys can use. You guys can ask trade question. You guys can ask start sit question. I just want to show you guys. I just want to show you guys the value of the Discord here real quick, right? Where are we at? I just want to show you guys the value. So, like, if I ever have start sit question, guys, I'm going to go ahead and ask. For example, Pickens asked here, do you start Caleb Williams versus Carolina, or do you start Dak Prescott versus the New York Giants? And here he said Caleb Williams. I would actually start Dak Prescott. I think the Panthers buffed up their defense really, really hard. I think the Panthers have an underrated defense there, so I would start Dak Prescott there over Caleb Williams. So if you guys ever have these kind of questions, or if you guys ever have trade questions, for example, Stoner asked, would you rather take A.J. Brown or would you rather take Garrett Wilson and Kenny Gainwell? I would rather have A.J. Brown on that team. So we are here to help you guys. If you guys ever want to talk football as well, we're sending, clips all the time. I don't know if you guys seen this, but Shamar Stewart got injured. That was a pretty brutal leg injury, but you guys are more than welcome to join this. It's all free. It's where we chat. We have a lot of leagues, so sometimes the league chats get a little cluttered. So this is the best way to chat with us. Here, let me go ahead and there you go. All right, guys, let's see how the draft is going so far. I am picking here. Lifeline? Oh, okay. You're good. I got you. I just hope I don't get sniped here now. Oh my god, and I do get sniped. Oh, and I do get sniped there. Alright, I do get sniped there. I got you. That's how lifelines work, guys. Sometimes you get sniped by your own players, by the players that you do want. I did want Makai Lemon really bad there for the upside. We are going to go with Alec Pierce here, guys, at the 7-9. So, bro has taken 2 QB. Oh, wow. Jonathan did take 2 quarterbacks already. Wow, Jonathan. That's a... Wow. Wow. Okay. You never know what could happen. I agree. I'm in enough leagues already. I know the Discord. I know half. I know, but some people don't. That's why. Some people don't. That's why we do it. All right, guys. This is how the draft board looks so far. Blake Corum goes there at the 7-10. Michael Wilson, Metcalf, and then Kenny Gainwell goes at the 8-1, guys. Let's see who I'm going to go here with, guys. I think I am going to go with Chris Godwin here, guys. I could go with Courtland Sutton. And I think Sutton is a very solid pick. I don't mind Sutton at all. But I'm looking for upside here.
Come on.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Godwin there. I'm just looking for a little bit more upside there. I think Sutton does have that safety floor, but I think Godwin could have that little bit of upside there. Jonathan Brooks was somebody I was looking at as well. I just don't need a running back. I already have 4 running backs, so I'm not really looking for a running back there. Courtland Sutton goes there at the 8-6. I think that's a phenomenal pick as well. I don't mind that at all to JME. Rashad White goes at the 8-7 with Jaden Daniels at the 8-9. I got you, Jamie. I got you. I was looking at Sutton. I really like Sutton this year as well. I do have a decent amount of Sutton. I'm just trying to diversify with Godwin a little bit. But if I had to choose between Sutton and Godwin, I would probably go with Sutton. And then JD goes at the 8-8. Jalen Hurts at the 8-9, and Tucker Kraft falls to the 8-10. Phenomenal Tucker Kraft pick there. Da, da, da. All right, let's see what's going on. Da, 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 da. All right, guys. I think they're both equal. It's very close. Neither pick is bad in my opinion. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you on that, Jamie. I do think you took Caleb Williams a little bit too early, though. The talking football does strike again, JL. The talking football does strike again. Downs is a phenomenal pick there at the 8-11. Michael Pittman goes at the 8-12 with Wan'Dale Robinson there at the 9-1. Harold Fannin at the 9-2 is a phenomenal pick as well there. There's a lot of value here, guys. Let's see who people are going to be taking. I think the only problem I see with Godwin, guys, is that he's not really projected a lot if we take a look at his receiving yards, right? He's not really projected a lot. He's only projected 650 receiving yards. If we take a look at somebody like Sutton, guys, Sutton is projected way, way more than Godwin. But I know Sutton can't be the wide. Oh, wow. They removed Sutton's projections off the board here. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they remove people's projections off the board there. Yeah, Sutton was projected 100 more receiving yards than Chris Godwin. All right, guys, once we do get to round 10, we are going to be going to 20 seconds per pick. If you guys do want that, let me know. If not, we can stay at 30 seconds. Kyle Pitts goes off the board there, and that was the last tier of that tight end room, in my opinion. There's not really anybody that I see intriguing here. I do think I have to take... Because I have Mike Evans, I think I'm going to take George Kittle here. I don't know if I like that. I think I'm gonna take Kittle there, guys. I'm gonna take Kittle. What's your favorite drafting position? I really like the 1-8, 1-9. I don't mind the 1-8, 1-9 here. I personally the you know, at the 1-8, I like the 1-9 a little bit more than the 1-8. Because I can get somebody like Hampton, somebody like Chase Brown to fall to me, somebody like Saquon to fall to me. Lamb falls to me sometimes. You know, so I don't mind that. But people really like the 1-2 or the 1-11. I personally don't like the earlier spots. Like this. The 1-1 to the 1-6, I personally don't love, right? But the 1-7, 1-8, 1-9, I really don't mind. People like the earlier spots better, the later spots better. I like it closer to the end, like mid late is what I would say. All right, Ferg goes off the board. Charbonnet goes off the board as well. Algar goes off the board there as well. Bear, I like what you're doing here, Bear. I really do. If you get Chris Rodriguez as well, oh my God, that'll be phenomenal for you as well. And you go with Herbert. Okay, that does surprise me a little bit as well. I'm gonna go with Kelsey here, just so I can have my both tight ends there locked in. I actually don't mind that whatsoever. I love Hampton this year. I agree. Hobbs says 103 to 106 for me is I agree. I agree. Even the 1-1 and the 1-2, like for example, look at Moogie's draft, right? Moogie has a phenomenal first 3 picks, right? But then you have to settle on Jalen Waddle. You have to settle on Tootin, and then Tyson and Quentin Johnston. Like the wide receivers you get around this range right here suck, in my opinion. I like the wide receivers in this range way more than the wide receivers in this range, right? And then the running backs in this range also suck, in my opinion. So I feel like this right here is my favorite. Dang, drafting Pearsall, they're associating the S word with him right now. Surgery. Oh, shit. I didn't even know where Pearsall went. Wow, Pearsall goes there at the 9-7 to JME. Yeah, I'm surprised you took Pearsall there. Lifeline? You can't use a lifeline. It's late already, bud. But brother, no more lifelines. No more lifeline, broski. Especially in higher money leagues, brother. In 25s, you know, nobody usually cares. But in higher leagues, we do have to be a little bit more strict with the rules because people are really gonna start being upset if I let everything slide. So we will keep it 30 seconds though. We will keep it 30 seconds. We're not gonna make it any lower than that. All right, let's see. T-Law goes there at the 10-10. Dak Prescott goes there at the 10-11. Worthy at the 10-8. Woody at the 10-7. Kincaid isn't a bad pick. Like after Kelsey, I really don't know who I would take. Kincaid is fine. Godson is fine. Goddard is fine. Andrews is fine. Likely is fine. You know, they're all in the same tier, I feel like, after Kelsey. I don't mind the 1-1, 1-2. All the 3-4 turn and 5-6 turn is amazing, though. Oh, you like the 3-4 turn? I like the 5-6 turn. I don't like the... Oh, no, I like the 3-4 turn and the 5-6 turn. I agree. But the 4-5 turn, I don't like. I don't like the 4-5 turn. I don't like the 6-7 turn and the 4-5 turn. Those are two iffy picks for me. Two iffy spots for me personally. All right, and then Shakir goes there at the 11-4. KC goes there at the 11-5. Wow, how the mighty have fallen there with KC Concepcion. Wait a second, this dude has 3 quarterbacks. Oh, this dude does have 3 quarterbacks. And 2 tight ends. He might know something we don't. He might know something we don't there, boys. All right, JME, what are you going to do here? I'm a Johnson. Okay. And I get sniped there as well. Diggs is available here, guys. I have to go with Diggs here. Just for a little bit of a safer pick there. I don't mind it. I was hoping Dart would actually fall to me there. I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised T-Law, Prescott, and Purdy go off the board here like this. Goddard goes there at the 11-10. Yeah, Tajul has been sniping me nonstop. Guys, we are going to start doing team reviews. If everybody is ready for team reviews, let's start doing team reviews at all. Team review time, guys. Team review time. All right, guys, who wants their teams? Dart would have been great value there. I agree, Jerry. I agree. Brady wants their teams reviewed. Let me go ahead and take care of Brady's team. Brady, I think your quarterback is phenomenal with Jaden Daniels. McCaffrey and Kyron Williams are going to be great running backs. Pickens and Nick Book are going to be great wide receivers, brother. But Pickens at the 2-8 is very early. Very, very early. I feel like you could have gotten Pickens at the 3-5 as well. I feel like you should run with Derrick Henry there instead of George Pickens. Laporta's going to be a good tight end. Travion, Jalen Warren. I don't like this. They're both in the running back committee, and I don't like that for your flex room. But you have Golden, Worthy, and Casey Concepcion. Your bench is phenomenal. You have upside with all 3, and I really like that. But your flexes do worry me. I think your flexes are the 2 spots that do worry me. So with that being said, I think I like your team, but your 2 flexes do worry me. I'm going to give this team a 6.9 out of 10. But your quarterback, tight end, running backs, wide receivers, and flex and bench is very solid. Just your 2 flexes do worry me. But I can see in a world where Travion is the running back 1, and Ramondre gets hurt, he's going to explode, and Jalen Warren overtakes Rico Dowdle as a running back 1. I'll give it a 7.0 out of 10, Brady. 7.0 out of 10. All right, Core, I got you, Core. Let me go ahead and take care of your team. Dak Prescott's going to be a great quarterback, brother. Bijan and Derrick Henry are going to be great elite running backs. I'm surprised you got Henry there at the 2-11. You got T. Higgins and Terry McLaurin there. I love where you got T. Higgins. McLaurin might have been a little bit too early. I would take Devontae Adams over McLaurin for sure, or even Mike Evans maybe. But McLaurin is a bona fide wide receiver 1 there. I don't mind Higgins and Terry McLaurin there at all. Harold Fannin should be a good tight end. You got Jeremiah and Parker Washington. I like Jeremiah Love there as your flex. I like your tight end there, but I think Parker Washington might have been the only on the weaker pick. He's apparently supposed to be returning punts. I don't know exactly what his role is going to be there with Jacksonville. That does scare me. Ramondre at the 7-2 is very early for Ramondre. You don't even have Travion Henderson here. I'm not sure what the Ramondre Stevenson vision is, but I do like the Josh Downs pick. I like the Stribling pick. Romeo Doubs has some safe floor, especially if A.J. Brown goes down. But the Ramondre pick confuses me a little bit, and then the Parker Washington is on the weaker side as well. With that being said, though, I really do like this team. I like how some of the players did fall to you. I'll give this team a 7.3 out of 10. I do like this team more than Brady's team personally, because Brady, even though his 2 flexes are on the weaker side, you only have kind of 1 flex on the weaker side. But shout out to you for being here. I appreciate you. A 7.3 out of 10. Actually, I'll give this team higher. I'll give this team a 7.4. I really like where you got T. Higgins at the 411. Higgins usually does not fall that far. Henry, you got him at the 211. The only questionable picks, like I said, are the Parker Washington and the Ramondre Stevenson pick. But besides that, very solid team, 7.4. All right, Tajil wants a review as well. Let me go ahead and take care of Tajil's team here as well. Tajil, Dart's going to be a great quarterback. Man, you've been sniping me all draft. JT and Dave Montgomery are going to be great running backs for you. A.J. Brown and Nico are going to be great wide receivers. Kyle Pitts should be a good tight end. You got Luther Burden and Christian Watson as upside wide receivers. I love this team. So far, an amazing team. Mekhi Lemon, Jonathan Brooks, Chris Rodriguez, phenomenal team. The only thing I would have done differently is instead of taking Jared Goff here, I would have took TJ Spears. I would have took somebody else because Dart, you already have him. You should wait maybe at the 13-8. You could have gotten somebody like a Jordan Love. You could have gotten somebody else there, in my opinion. So I do think the waiting is not a bad take there. Chig is available here at the 13-9. I'm gonna go ahead and take him there, just for the upside there. So I don't mind that whatsoever. But with that being said, this is a phenomenal team. I like your running backs. Your wide receivers are good. Your tight ends are good. Your flexes are good. Your quarterback is solid. Your bench is amazing. This is an 8.9 out of 10 to Jill. 8.9 out of 10. The only weakness that I do see with this team is maybe the quarterback is the room with Dart and Jared Goff. You know, Dart being injury prone and Jared Goff, we don't really know what exactly he's going to do there. I mean, we do know what he's going to do there, but what I'm saying is that last year was one of his worst years. So we don't know if he's going to have another worse year. You know what I mean? So I really do like this team. An 8.9 Tajil. This is a very, very good team. Very good team, Tajil. One of the best teams you draft, and it's a $100 league as well. Very solid there. All right, let's go see JME. I got you, JME.
Oh, come on, dude.
I think Caleb Williams at the 7-7 is way too early, brother. Way too early for Caleb Williams here at the 7-7. Kenneth Walker and Judkins are going to be great running backs for you, though. Amon-Ra Ted are going to be great wide receivers. Kincaid's going to be a decent tight end. You got Chuba and Marvin Harrison. If the problem with Chuba and Marvin Harrison is that Chuba is battling with Jonathan Brooks there, and then Marvin Harrison, we don't know exactly what we don't know if Marv's going to show out his true potential there. You know what I mean? So that does worry me for sure. I'm going to take Jordan Love here. But your bench with Courtland Sutton is phenomenal. But I really don't like the Ricky Pearsall pick, man. I'm not sure, especially after the injury concerns. Why are we still taking Ricky Pearsall there? I really do not understand that. Emmett Johnson has upside. Godson has somewhat of an upside, and you got Baker Mayfield there as your quarterback too, who I don't really mind. But you reaching on Caleb Williams did hurt your team. Chuba's battling with Jonathan Brooks. Marvin Harrison is kind of in an uncertain situation this year. We don't know exactly what he's going to do. Sutton's a great bench player, but your other bench players are not amazing. 6.4 out of 10, JME. 6.4 out of 10, my brother. 6.4. Let's just say instead of Caleb Williams here, bro, you went with somebody else like a Mekhi Lemon, or Chris Godwin, or Alec Pierce, or DK Metcalf, or Michael Wilson, right? You would have had such a better team and then let's just say instead of Ricky Pearsall here, you took a Justin Herbert, you took a Patrick Mahomes, you took a T-Law, you took a Dak Prescott. I feel like Caleb Williams is in the same tier as Herbert, as Trevor Lawrence, as Dak Prescott. Tell me I'm wrong. you know, I just don't. And they're going 3 to 4 rounds after. So just, I think that would have been a better pick for you. All right, guys. With that being said, doesn't look like anybody else wants to review, guys, at all. Last call for reviews. Last call for reviews, guys. Let me know if anybody else wants to review. I'll give it a 30 seconds. But yeah, this is how the draft looks so far. The only different thing I would have done in this draft is maybe I would have took Sutton here instead of Chris Godwin. I wanted Mekhi Lemon here instead of Alec Pierce. I wanted Dart here instead of Stephon Diggs. And that's pretty much it. Besides that, pretty solid draft. All right, guys. Doesn't seem like anybody else wants to review here. So shout out to everybody for being here, man. Shout out to Mugi, Corbijan, Jonathan, Peric, Brady, Boss, JME, Tajil, Bearju, JJ, and Ryan for all drafting with us. I appreciate you guys. And don't forget, we are doing a $50 live stream after this. So if you guys didn't get into this one, make sure you guys join the next one. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your day. If I